Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a match between Serral and Clem here on Golden Wall, the latter edition. On the right side of this weird map, it is the blue Zerg player Serral. And in the bottom left-hand side of this weird map, it is the red Terran player Clem. Clem turned 18 years old earlier this year. Serral is a world champion from Finland. And I've never actually cast a game between these two players. Clem is on his way up, you guys. I think he has 7,000 MMR on the European ladder as of this recording. And once again, are these zoom levels okay? Okay, so this is how we start out. And then I press Z and it zooms out a little bit, but I don't know, it's weird. I kind of feel like the zoom settings are weird, but let me know in the comments if you think that's the case. And do leave me a comment. I read every single one. So if you have any feedback for me, that is how to do it. I will reply to them if it's appropriate. I will give them hearts if I love it. And yeah, again, leave me a comment. 16, 18, 17 here from Serral. Clem going barracks expand. Nothing too crazy. Got my Reaper name ready. Reaper name list ready. Wow. All right, let's focus. I did have a pretty crazy day at work today. I was just getting pulled in about 4 different directions at once the entire time. For the entire time I sat down at my desk until basically now. So brain's a little bit fuzzy, but I think we're all right. Reaper's name is Troop Leader Grim. One day, Emperor Mengsk found an unlit torch. He lit it, and it burned red. When he went back home, he found a macabre circus run by sentient bugs outside of his home. Inside, he met a suave Dracula lookalike named Grim. However, when Grim spoke, he sounded like a 40 packs a day chain smoker, and smoking in the Dominion without a permit is a crime, punishable by, you guessed it, the Reaper program. Now, thank you for saying what that's from, because I don't know what it's from, but apparently it's Hollow Knight. Thanks for putting that in there, person who wrote that particular Reaper name. I appreciate it. Anyway, I haven't played any Hollow Knight, to be honest, which some people would probably be upset about, but you know, there's not enough time today to do all of the things. SCV scouting is Clem. Good little Clem there. Recognizing the fact that this was, in fact, a hatch first play, you can bring the Reaper over. Third base timing is about now for Serral, unless he's doing something sneaky, which I don't think he has. Does he have a drone out on the map? Is he... He hasn't mined through his back door, so he can't expand back there. Where is he doing? Dude, can the Reaper deny the third base? Where isn't Serral doing this? Okay, look, either we need a Baneling Nest or a Roach Warren or something. If Serral's not... Like, he just accidentally stabbed his own queen there a little bit. That was a problem. Lings are knocking down their unbuildable rocks, but what is even happening in this game? Serral. Speed, 2 gas. Where is his drone? Look, the Reaper's very confused too. Clem's like, where's the drone? Where's your third base? I'm going to hop in and try to take a look if you have your gas taken. No? All right. This is really, really weird stuff. It is a starport coming up back here, so maybe it's a battlecruiser attempt here from Clem, which we haven't seen go super well on the channel recently. Battlecruiser opening, Zerg players know how to handle that, and nobody knows how to handle it better than Serral does, I gotta say. He's stupid good at this. And yeah, man, Serral's just like, I'm just saturating 2 bases and getting a lair. What do you want with me? Third bases are for chumps. All right, man. Oh, there we go. Third base at 339. That has to be intentional. He could have got that drone out there if he wanted to, but he didn't want to. I really don't feel like the Reaper prevented it, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys got a different read on that. So it really does just feel like Serral wanted to go for the quick lair. Maybe he's preparing for a battlecruiser opening. Maybe he wants to get a Spire out faster than you can if you go for that third hatch at 230. But I don't see a Fusion Core. I definitely see a Viking, which is very standard in TVZ these days. Creep spread has been really nice here by Serral. Going to be able to connect all 3 bases pretty effectively, I would say, in the next couple of minutes here. Hellions. Rah. Stabbity stab. Baneling Nest coming in. There is a Spire, so maybe he's just going Spire regardless. He's like, look, if it is, in fact, Battlecruiser, great. A Spire is going to be super useful. If it's not Battlecruiser, great. I'm still going to go Mutalisk here. Serral is, again, one of about the 3 or 4 Zergs that I trust in the entire world to go Mutalisks against an Elite Terran player, which Clem is. So, cool. Let's check that out. Let's see how his Mutalisk control goes. I can't imagine it's going to be Corruptors because there are no Battlecruisers coming, no Fusion Core whatsoever. Overseer comes in and sees what we're dealing with, which is going to be barracks, barracks, factory starport, but 3 barracks means a lot of bio. So the baneling nest is going to be put to good use, which is fantastic. And the spire about 50% complete here. Hey, while you're watching this, just a quick plug. The view counts on my StarCraft 2 videos have been going down a lot recently, and I don't know why. I'm struggling to figure it out. I assume maybe it's because my Brood War videos are more popular right now, which, you know, kind of comes and goes. And when YouTube shows people a video from my channel and it's Brood War, it gets clicks. But if they show people a video on my channel and it's StarCraft 2, it gets fewer clicks. And so YouTube's like, well, I'm just not going to show StarCraft 2 anymore. So what I need you guys to do, just if you remember one thing from this cast, I post StarCraft 2 videos 5 times a week. Okay? So if you're ever like, boy, that Falcon guy, he hasn't posted a StarCraft 2 cast in a while. No. Come to the channel, StarCraft 2, youtube.com/Falcon Paladin, and there will be new StarCraft content for you, I guarantee. It's new StarCraft content, StarCraft 2, Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. All right? All right. I hope we're on the same page here, because I do get some questions from people who are like, do you even do StarCraft 2 anymore? Yes, I promise I do. So just be aware of that. Really fun games, too. All right, so Mutalisks coming on in. This really reminds me of the Serral versus Hero Marine game that I cast on this map about a month ago now. Kind of the same thing. Mutalisk's pretty good on this map. There's a lot of dead airspace you can hide behind, like this. Oh, there is a missile turret right there, which, woo, almost fired there, but not quite. Mutalisk's harassing. There are turrets up. This feels so very Brood War to me. Speaking of Brood War, this is a strategy that's been around for a very long time. You open up 2 base Spire, 2 base Mutalisk, and then you harass, and you have to have turrets if you're Terran and a bunch of Marines. And they don't have Widow Mines in Brood War, but, you know, other stuff that can help against Mutalisk attacks. Nicely done. Sticking into an evolution chamber there. These are YOLO Hellions, and our Reaper buddy, Troop Leader Grim, goes down, but helps kill 6 drones there. So it's not bad. It's not incredibly, it doesn't really slow down Serral a whole lot, I don't think. Income is definitely favoring Serral at this moment, but I think that's a swinging thing where Clem's mules, as he drops them, puts him into the lead economically, and then when they're gone, Serral's in the lead, and just kind of back and forth on this way. So I kind of like the whole Marine Widow Mine deal here against these mutas. Another factory's coming up, which indicates probably Thors, but that's why you make Banelings in this situation. The Widow Mines get nothing done at all, and Clem is fairly well pushed back onto his, or back away off the creep, while Serral is king of his creep right now. He's got a 4th base coming up, or actually done in the top right-hand corner. Creep spread is connecting all of his bases, which again is your basic concept of what you want to do in ZVT. He's going for 1-1 for his melee attack and his Carapace, which indicates Ultralisks in the future. That's usually a pretty good tell if a Zerg player is going for melee attack first this early, then yeah, he wants some upgrades for his Mutalisks is what he wants. Does he have an Overseer with this army? He really doesn't. He's just trying to handle this whole Marine Widow Mine thing with... Oh, the Banelings just do not care about your Widow Mines. There we go. Good hit there. Good hit on that Widow Mine. And Serral, just barely has enough to defend with. The Muta's continually trying to get in here, but nope, the turrets are pretty mean. Especially if they're being repaired. And Widow Mine hits. Get a couple decent hits off there. Banelings murdering themselves on 1 Widow Mine is a pretty good trade. Like 4 Banelings explode and a Widow Mine dies. Clem will take that any day of the week. Serral has lost 3,400 resources, and Clem has lost 2,400. So far I'd say so good from the Terran player. He's got a 3rd base rolling. Serral's only on 4 bases. Not like he's like 7 or 8 basing right now and just murderous. Serral's been kind of kept on his toes right now. That said, I'm not sure enough damage has been done to Serral to really slow him down. But we'll see. We'll see, right? Thors are in production. That splash damage against the Mutas is nice. The Mutas picking off Widow Mines before they can fire, which is a really hard thing to do. But Serral can pull it off for sure. That Widow Mine I don't think exploded either. The Widow Mines are not helping all that much. Banelings getting into that gold mineral line. 3 SCVs go down, but decent defense there with the Marines against those Banelings regardless. 34 Lings in production. It is 79 workers for Serral at 9 minutes. He's doing all right. He's doing all right for himself economically. Clem's taking a 4th base because Clem is insanely good at this game despite being only 18 years old. Muta's coming on back home and pushing onto the creep. If the Mutas are going to go home and rest up a little bit or harass somewhere else, then clearing some of this creep is not a bad thing to do. Got a missile turret and a Thor in the mineral line of that 3rd base, which seems... I don't think that is overkill. I really don't think it is. If you try to magic box it with the Mutas, then the missile turrets will have a great day. So this is pretty good. He really wants to keep this Widow Mine count down, which is exactly what he's target firing there until the Marines turn around and he has to get out. But yeah, it's just like Mutalisks, they try to target down things that are really problematic to them and can be killed quickly. Right? So it's going to be High Templar. It's going to be Widow Mines. It's not going to be a thing like Thors. You can't kill Thors quickly if you're stacked up like that because of the splash damage and because they have a lot of HP. Time to drop at the top side is met and forced to be picked up here. Marching onto the creep is Clem a little bit. We've seen this go poorly for Hero Marine in the past. So Clem being a little more circumspect, not being super aggressive, not jumping onto the creep, just moving his way to victory here. Not quite enough to do that, and I think he recognizes it. But just enough to put the fear of Terran into Serral. Just let him know, I'm here. I'm ready to rock. I'm going to kill some of your tumors. I'm going to force you to make units instead of just make drones and expand a billion times. Serral has just made 1 million drones, but he hasn't expanded 1 million times, which is actually great. Banelings off creep is not worth... No, you don't want to be there, guys, whatsoever. The Thor has left the 3rd base, and as a result, repair, not enough repair. SCVs have to get out of there. The Thor trying to get into the engagement without getting sniped by the Mutalisks while he's riding in the medevac there. 3 SCVs go down and a couple turrets. That's a pretty good hold from Clem. It's not too bad. Hive on the way from Serral at 11 minutes. Is he getting a 5th base? I keep watching for that. I don't know that I have. Widow Mine. Oh, that was stupidly good control. Look at him recognizing which Zergling is being targeted and then just splitting it off and having it die. That's so amazing. Serral, you're sick. You're disgustingly good at this game. You just are. +2 flyer attack coming in. Clem is, again, he's trying to deal with the creep, not going super well for him. He is working on Marauders, though. Marauders pretty good against the Banelings. Can take hits way better than the Marines can. And slow them, too, with Concussive Shell. Which, by the by, do we have that upgrade? We do not have Concussive Shell, but I imagine we'll get there eventually. Muta's coming into the main base. There's enough of them to straight up take down turrets. Clem not really responding well because he's worried about what's happening up here to the north. Good distraction tactics from Serral. Clem's like, all right, I'm tired of this. Let's march on in and just murder everything. But then 1 billion Banelings show up. And pre-splits here by Clem. Is it going to be enough? I don't know. He's running. He's splitting. He's firing. He's got Thors in the front to absorb the hits. The Muta's trying to get stuff done here at the 3rd base, taking some missile turret shots. Instead, threatening at the top here is Serral, but doesn't quite engage there either, and Clem pulls back. Everybody being extremely patient at this stage of the game. Serral, again, his income is favoring right now, but it keeps swinging back down into Clem's side of things when the mules get called down. Look at this. Clem's got a 5th base rolling. What the what? Serral finally taking a 5th base down here in his back door as he mined out the minerals to access this back area. But Clem is ahead in bases right now. Oh my gosh, that's so many Banelings. But if you get out here early, you can absorb the Baneling hits, and then the Planetary Fortress doesn't have to die necessarily. This is pretty good control. Are there enough Mutas just to kill these Marines? I don't think so. Serral didn't think so, and the Planetary finishes. Clem, nice defense. That was really well done. I mean, a lesser Terran player, I think, just loses the base there and loses all their stuff there, too. Creep spread, continuing to push. I know I'm talking a lot about creep, but that's because creep is hugely important in CVT and in ZVP, but especially in ZVT. Widow Mines burrowing in, trying to get shots off on the Mutalisks. Decent splash damage hits. But Thor does go down. Zerglings are so good against Thors. Baneling's not as good, but sure, damage is damage. And this 3rd base looks like it's completely overrun. The SCVs have to get out of here. Reinforcements are coming down from the north, but Serral pulling out. Serral has, I don't know, there's a couple times I feel like today he's just been a little more careful than usual. Not sacrificing some units that maybe could get extra damage done, but who knows, you know what I mean? Trying to go Ling Muta to this top left-hand base that has a planetary and 3 turrets. Oh, now they're making Banelings. The defense needs to be up there. I know you're really worried about your 3rd, but your 5th base is in immense amounts of trouble. All right, well, yeah, that's a dead base. Trying to repair the turrets just to get some hits off on those Mutalisks, but the Banelings are massive. The Planetary Fortress goes down. Clem is like, all right, I can't save my base. Let's go kill a base on the other side. So he does actually take down Serral's 5th down here, and it should be safe location, but medevacs don't care about walls. And is he going to march into the main base? He's thinking about marching into the main base. There's a lot of Lings here, though. And this is definitely a pickup style situation. So he does pick up. He can't land anywhere because there's like 40 Banelings on the ground in the general vicinity. Serral, like a good Zerg player, a good StarCraft 2 player that he is, replaces the 5th hatch. The 6th base is done, though, for Serral. How many drones have died? 8 drones have gone down. 21 SCVs have died here. Is he still trying to do stuff? Why? I guess the mutas showed up, and at some point you just can't run anymore, right? Yes, I believe that's how this works. Clem, though, not to be dissuaded. It's continuing to push in. The Baneling hits and connections all pretty good. Even off creep. Look at him focusing. He knows the Widow Mines are a huge threat. But that said, retreating fully. That Thor's got 13 kills. He's doing all right for himself. The Lings try to roll into the 3rd base for Clem, but there's a tank. The first tank of the day. Was there a tank? Why did I see a tank shot? There might have not actually been a tank, you guys. What? Oh, maybe just a Widow Mine shot. Felt like a tank shot. That's weird. But look. Hey, remember what I said about Ultralisks? I said Ultralisks are on the way. Serral's got another base, taking his gold for like the 7th hatch. Which is weird, because again, Clem took his early. Another attack coming up to the left here, trying to take down this top left-hand base, because it has been replaced, because again, Clem is a good player. Marching down. This was really exposed earlier, says Clem. Oh, the Widow Mines, though. Hold on. Oh, the Ultralisk can arrive. I hate the Brood War skin for Ultralisks that Serral uses. It makes me... Ugh. It's not good. Ultralisks look so much cooler in Brood War than they do in this skin. They did a poor job with it, I'm just going to say. Liberators showed up at Serral's 6th base, though, having a pretty decent time of wiping out that hatchery. Top left-hand getting defended by the turrets. The Banelings are making connections with SCVs, though. And the turrets are all gone, and now the base is dead. There was a minute there where that was kind of working out. It is 118 and 96 army supply. It's pretty close, but a lot of stuff is dying here. How did he... Oh, I guess reinforcements came up. He saved the top left-hand base. Widow Mine very sneakily burrow itself into Serral's... Oh! Did that seriously hit like one drone? I don't even... That was just luck, man. That was just luck from Serral. He wasn't pulling back anything. He wasn't splitting off. He has another base, by the way. Serral is now in I am macroing my face-off mode at the moment. Widow Mines are trying to even the score here. Clem's trying to hang on to his top left-hand base. He's got 64 workers, which is probably enough based on how many orbitals he's got. He's got a lot of mules ready to rock at pretty much a moment's notice, and he is taking his own 6th base right now. So Serral is officially on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases, but Clem's on 6. Hasn't replaced his one up north here. Oh, the Ultralisk takes the hit. Unnecessarily, mind you, I think, because there's an Overseer there, but whatever. Maybe Serral's just kind of styling. Maybe he is. God, Ultralisks. That's why we have Marauders, boys and girls. If this was just Marine, it would be GG. Lings roll into this 3rd base that, again, has, like, no minerals here. There's about, there are exactly 127 minerals left on each of these mineral fields. That's very strange. That's really weird that they both have exactly, I mean, I guess SCVs are, whatever. They're hitting the same places, right? Hitting the same fields all the time. This is a good game. This is a really nice TVZ. I try to cast good stuff, but sometimes, you know, it doesn't work out the way you want it to. Serral just hasn't. Again, a part of being a great Zerg player is just having enough. Just having enough on the part of the map where you need to have enough, right? This isn't all of his army back here. It's just enough. Just enough to handle any defenses that Clem sends down this way and have some stuff left over to murder things. Ultralisk's coming into this planetary, but the Marauder attack from the left side doing pretty good. That Ultra's dead. I don't know if the Ultras want to be here, man. Trying to split against the Banelings while the Ultras do their dark bidding. Repair! Repair! Oh, he doesn't repair it at all. The Ultralisks are all in a serious amount of trouble, though. The Marauders have taken some serious hits there, too. Ooh, focusing down the wounded Marauder. Nicely done. And another one goes down. The 3rd base is just a cavalcade of Zergling massacre right now. 41 SCVs have died. Like, I'm just trying to say, Clem is doing a fantastic job against the best Zerg player on Earth. Ostensibly, you could say that's Raynor, who's another 18-year-old prodigy, but I think Serral just overall is a better player. Raynor just happens to have Serral's number. I don't know what it is. Clem's like, all right, well, again, if you lose something, you got to go take something out to make it even. But there's so many it's just Zerglings, man. That's all it is. Widowmine got a decent hit off there, though. Still a lot of Zerglings remaining. The Marauders are terrible against those. Reinforcements coming in. Top left-hand base is going to die to these Lings. Serral is everywhere with Zerglings today. He's literally anywhere he needs to be. Nice bait. This is where Banelings come in. Yeah, 177 to 93 total supply. It looks like that's going to be all she wrote for Clem. He's done his very level best, but losing this base is huge. He's only at 28 SCVs, and that's your good game. Serral is your winner in 20 minutes and 39 seconds. Oh, that was amazing. That was super good. What an incredible game from Serral. I mean, look. Oh, I didn't mention this is a Wardy cast, so check him out. You know who he is. Thanks, Wardy, for the replay. Yeah, end of the day, you just can't lose 82 SCVs and only kill 11 drones. It's not going to work out for you in the long run. We've seen situations where Ultras aren't super great versus Terran, especially off creep, as they were a lot of the time in this game. But Serral's just able to make it happen. He just had enough Banelings to complement. He was right on top of bases. Clem was not really able to press the issue away from his bases and keep that from happening. But yeah, end of the day, I mean, 3 Thors down, 200 Marines, 51 Marauders, 500, and 26 Lings. Again, Lings are the backbone of Serral's army in this composition. He made 34 Mutalisks, 114 Banelings died, and 7 Ultralisks died. There were 5 left in the remaining of the game. So Mutaling Bane really, really prioritizing taking down those Widow Mines, which again will cause problems against Mutaling Bane. So he prioritized killing them. I think he sacrificed a couple Mutas here and there just to make sure he could take down a Widow Mine that had just come out of a factory or anywhere else on the map. Just recognizing the threat, recognizing the true threat that it was. All right. On the other hand, Clem rather, what do you do here? What do you do if you're Clem? I don't know. ZVT right now for Serral, he just looks godlike. You try to kill him fast, I guess is what you do. But he's so good at the macro. He's, again, so good at knowing exactly what units to build and when in order to stay alive. Just enough. He's not over-making army. He's not over-droning. He just has that balance figured out. I don't know how. He's magic is what it is. So, all right. That right there is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.